After 2 years of living with chickens, we wanted to give you an update on some of the things we've learned along the way. I've broken this video into 3 parts: living with chickens, cleaning your coop, and installing an automatic door. Now, if you saw our first video of how we made the coop, and you can also see here, the exposed wall of the coop allows the wind to blow through while the chickens are trying to roost. We mitigated this by placing a steel plate on the south-facing side of the coop. This keeps the chickens warm at night and makes them happy. Speaking of happy chickens, it's also a universal fact that chickens love blueberries. In fact, I think our chickens eat more blueberries per capita than most humans. Aside from the endless hours of watching the chickens jump after blueberries, the best part about raising egg-laying hens is, of course, the eggs. This is actually our first egg that we ever cracked from our hens, and I'll tell you, once you have farm fresh eggs, it truly is hard to go and enjoy eating anything else. I prefer mine raw. It's also nice to use the chickens to get a good arm workout in. As we grew our flock, the blueberries kept on growing, as did the birds. One thing that's important is to clean your coop regularly. For this, you'll need bedding, a shovel or rake. I use both. And we prefer to also use diatomaceous earth, poultry dust, and a good power washer. About once every quarter or 6 months, it's good to completely and totally wash out the insides. Before you put any bedding down, you mean make sure you let it dry. Once it dries, put down that pelletized bedding, and I also like to put down a layer of diatomaceous earth to keep the insects out. It's also worth noting that in that time frame between completely cleaning it out, you want to make sure to keep the actual bedding clean. Another good thing to do is putting poultry dust on any joints or anywhere that are near the roosting areas or just around the sides of the coop. This poultry dust mitigates other things like mites, which can be fatal for your chickens. After you get a good bedding of diatomaceous earth, go ahead and spread the rest of your pallets around. And the secret ingredient, a poop board. It's actually the technical term. Now, if you're like me, you occasionally enjoy sleeping in. For your chicken's sake, I highly recommend investing in an automatic chicken door. This is something that you can set on a timer or to be coordinated with a solar cycles. The chicken guard door was highly recommended on multiple websites and Amazon.com. I bought this chicken door, received it, installed it, and had it all up and running in about a day. The highlight of this store is that it has locking hinges to prevent any sort of crafty predators like raccoons or the like from getting into your coop. Once you test fit it, go ahead and find a place that you want to install it on the coop. Drill in the side laddings. Make sure it has a functional raising operation. And then install the motor. Now the motor and the CPU are what drive the actual door. So you want to make sure there's a proper distance between the CPU and motor area and the actual place where the door sets down. Give it a couple test runs and then run it through a programming cycle. The programming cycle is simple. Raise it to your desired height. Set it. And then lower it to your desired closing point. If you notice there, one thing you can do is actually set it too high, and this actually overexerts the motor the way that the dynamics of the door work. So make sure it's big enough for your chickens, but not too high up. And there you have it, a cleaned out, freshly bedded coop, ready for more eggs and ready for the chickens to get a good night's rest in. Hope y'all enjoyed watching this video. I know Titania over here really enjoys it as well. Our rooster is named Oberon. They're actually, the crazy ones. Thanks again. I really appreciate those likes and subscriptions. Y'all have a good one.